Okay, well, here we are, September 2023. Back in August, I was involved in a collision on the Indian FTRS. It was a merging incident during rush hour traffic on the highway interstate exchange. The insurance company ended up totaling out the bike. It was unfortunate, as I am not currently able to afford all of the fluff to be able to get back on an Indian, so I ended up getting the Suzuki SV650 instead. This is a bike that I was kind of looking at retiring on in the first place, and since I'm less than a decade of retiring, I figured might as well go ahead and just get this, and then I can take my time dressing it up and making it mine. My bumps and bruises and everything are all pretty much healed. I got a couple of sore spots from the crash. I did end up with a minor concussion as well, which still dealing with a little bit of after effects on that as my brain is healing. But all in all, I'm coming back together pretty well. The insurance company has been great. I use Progressive Insurance for my motorcycle insurance and for my automotive insurance, and they've been a really great company and been really easy to work with through this whole process, and they really, I feel like they really have taken care of me. I do recommend, folks going with Progressive Insurance. I have not really done any riding on this bike yet. As I mentioned before, I'm still waiting for, the brain injury, the concussion to kind of come around, and I'm no longer having issues with dizziness like I was before. Now I've got issues with some short-term memory loss and confusion, and then some irritability as I get frustrated sometimes. But other than that, though, I'm ready to get back in the saddle. I'm ready to ride, and I'm really hurting and longing for it. I got one more follow-up appointment with a neurologist, and then from that point, my expectation is to get cleared, and then I'll be back riding as often as I can as usual. From this point, I guess moving forward, any videos that I do are going to be in regards to the SV650 and what's going on with it. I do know that this bike has been around for over 20 years. The options as far as updates, upgrades out there are just crazy. You can turn this bike into anything. You can get full fairing kits for it. Turn it into a race bike if you want. Folks are putting the Gixxer 600 and Gixxer 1000 front ends on them with the forks and the fairings and everything, turning them into race bikes. You can turn it into a scrambler, an off-road bike. It's pretty much has the versatility that the Indian does. It's just, half the bike at half the price is the best way I can think to put it. One thing that I have missed when I did check it, though, is that headlight on that Indian. Man, that headlight was awesome. It was the most illuminating headlight that I've ever seen on a bike. Any bike that I've ever ridden, I've never had as much visibility at night as I did on that Indian. And being as to this is an incandescent headlight on this one here, my thought is, for safety concerns, is to get that headlight upgraded first of all to an LED headlight. Motodemic makes one that looks a lot like the Indian headlight. It's supposed to be plug and play. I'll do some research on that, but that's kind of where I'm leaning right now. But anyhow, I'm sad. I do miss the Indian. That was, in my mind, the perfect, most beautiful bike that's out there, American made. naked sport bike, muscle bike, whatever you want to call it. It was, in my opinion, it was and still is the best. I just can't afford to get back on one, and by the time I can, I'm going to be too old to be interested in it. So anyhow, thanks for watching if you checked it out, and y'all have a good one. Bye.